Welcome, everybody. This is Beard Advice Live. This is the segment where we go from talking to jumping in the show with you guys.
Literally.
Yes, every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We are here. I hope you guys consider joining us. Or if you're watching in the future, keep coming back. Maybe check it out in live time. Has a little bit of a different feel. My name's Dan. This is the Mayor. Mayor, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Kind of crazy days. The last days of school. I realized today that my 8th grade students, they've never finished a middle school year.
It's crazy.
Nobody in that building has, and you can tell.
Yes.
You can tell because, as a teacher, the end of the school year, you guys remember those days, the warmth, the way it felt, teachers run the fan, you're winding down, and everybody kind of knows it, but you still got to do some stuff. You still got to play by the rules, and I don't think these kids, they kind of forgot that.
Yeah, and shout out to the teachers and parents out there because we're seeing stuff that we've never seen before, and it's just they don't know. And usually you learn, right, by watching the grade ahead of you, the kids that are older. They didn't have that chance. They didn't get to learn by observation. So we're definitely feeling it with teaching. To make it even better, we've had some state standardized testing where they changed the entire schedule. They changed their room locations for the day. And if you want to get some middle school students worked up, just like anybody else in the world, change their schedule. Get them out of their comfort zone, and man, those halls be popping. That is for sure. So, on this show, you guys, my head itches, pardon me. On this show, this is
first.
Beard Advice. That's never happened before. Exclusive Beard Advice Live, where we help out beards. Whether you need help on the side of your beard, whether it's the neckline, whether it is the thickness of your beard, maybe it's some spots that you're not happy with. And hey, sometimes we'll even dab. We'll be like, Dan, you need a haircut. I know, this weekend, I agree. And we like to help out. People send in pictures. They tell us their problems, their goals. Me, the mayor, the chat, the community, we give some advice, and we really do help out the trajectory of different beard journeys that are out there. But on top of that, we got a couple of cool traditions, and tonight I'm excited for some new ones on the same old kind of traditions. Mayor, what do we do on this show?
So since day one, before this was actually called Beard Advice Live and we were doing this Wednesday thing, we still have these traditions.
Yeah.
The first one, we love beef jerky. Tonight we're going to be doing the Duke's Hot. I think we've had these out, 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
Haven't dug into them either one. We just talk too much. We just have too much.
Sometimes we're not hungry.
Sometimes we're not hungry.
Yeah.
And I find that you can lose weight if you don't eat when you're not hungry.
Wow.
Shockingly.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense.
I don't know. And then we also we indulge in one of our few or maybe only pop of the week. Typically we do a Mountain Dew. That's our thing. That has been our thing. We've been branching out as of lately, mostly thanks to you guys out there sending in some amazing stuff for us. What are we featuring tonight, Dan?
So we have a couple new ones to us we're very excited about. We have one more pop soda beverage from John, a.k.a. Orestes. And this one is, how are you going to say that? Materva?
Materva.
Somebody help us out with the pronunciation here.
I'd like to order a Materva.
Absolutely no idea what this is. If anybody can help us. Oh, he's here right now. All right, Mr. Orestes, let us know what this beverage is here. I'm actually going to check and make sure there's no glue in it, because that looks like, is that wheat to me? I don't know what this bad boy is. So we're going to try this, and I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Hey, Chris, and welcome everybody that's in here. And then we also have a treat that is tea soda. I don't know. It might be Ken. But we also have a new Mountain Dew that Gary Lewis sent us, and this is the Maui Burst. I believe it is it's a root soda. Okay, so like a root beer maybe?
Oh, is this the one? Remember you asked me about that, and I was like, I've tried, obviously root beer, and then in Pennsylvania we can get that other one. I can't come up with the other roots.
And so this, I believe, is a Dollar General exclusive, or at least it was. So we're excited to try that one. And yeah, so that Maui Burst, but did you see any wheat on there or anything? No? Okay, we should be good on that. So is the spicy? I have not had it, and the spicy Mountain Dew is one I'm going to pass on trying because I've heard that it's a spiced citrus. It's not hot, it's not spicy like ha, ha, ha. But if you've had like a spiced rum or a spiced drink, I absolutely despise those with a passion. I don't like spiced scents. I don't like spiced foods. I like spicy. I like hot, but I don't like clove.
Clove?
Yeah, I don't like
maybe
clove.
I don't need to try it. Honestly, sounds a little bit like spiced apple cider, warm apple cider.
Exactly.
That's about as low as you can go for me. So
Yep.
I had said that I would give it a shot. Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll taste. I don't know ways to pop though.
Nathan, yeah, we've had the Spark on here. It was okay. It was sweet. It was enjoyable, but it was definitely sweet.
Yeah, that was this last summer. But doesn't that feel like 1,000 years ago?
It does. It really does. And hey, guys, I'm going to hit a couple questions real quick. And we do have a packed show, so I'm not going to waste too much time here. And I do have one slide on here for questions, so you guys will be able to ask. But is it okay to blow dry your beard before bed? Chris, I don't recommend it because I don't see any purpose to it. You're likely going to wake up and have to style your beard anyway, unless you sleep on your back and don't move at all and you wake up with a perfectly styled beard. You're amazing. That's a freak of nature. That's wonderful. But I don't recommend it. I recommend if you use heat, use it before going out. There's just not a lot of upside to using it at night. Joshua says, if I tighten up my beard, will it grow thicker or should I shave it and allow it to thicken that way? Joshua, the shaving and coming back in thicker is 100% literally proven to be a myth. There is no validity in shaving your beard and having it come back. Number one, there's not even any logic behind it. There's nothing with that process that would make you think it would come back. Number two, all it is an illusion. Ooh, nice. What happens is your hair is the thickest at the shaft, right where the base meets the face. And so when you shave it, it looks like it's covering more area, but it's not really. So no, I don't know what you mean by tightening up your beard. Maybe like trimming it and getting it nice and in place possibly, but no, I don't super recommend shaving and starting it. That's really not gonna do much for you guys. And hey, if you guys do drink Mountain Dew, what's been your all-time favorite Mountain Dew flavor that you've ever had? And guys know that this is a treat for us. I didn't drink any pop today to lead up to having this treat yourself moment, but we like to enjoy our Wednesday nights. It's a tradition for us. And I got to snag a story here real quick. So, Mayor, you guys can see how I take a story. Mayor, what are your thoughts on the root soda?
I'll cover a few different things here. First of all, you mentioned your favorite Mountain Dew, or what their favorite Mountain Dew is. Am I getting in there?
Uh-huh.
All right, you guys are part of the action.
That's how we do it.
Mine's Code Red. This pop is like a subtle red pop to me. A subtle red
pop.
So red pop, like Faygo red pop, you know. Like
really? Interesting.
At first I was about to say I have never tasted anything like it, but I took a second drink, gave it some time. It's kind of like a. Actually, I like it more because it's, you know, sometimes those the Faygos, they get really too much sugar. So
a lot of sugar.
I think it's a winner. It's a winner for sure.
Wow.
And I love it. You know, I actually wasn't much of a Mountain Dew guy at all beforehand this show.
Yeah.
You were the Mountain Dew guy I brought up. But I've gotten kind of big into it as hanging out with you.
Okay, I do smell Faygo. I smell a Faygo drink in there. Let's try it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know my thoughts. I like it, but I don't know how to describe it or come up with it yet.
I said it doesn't taste like anything I've ever had. You know, it's very different.
Yeah. Oh, Oliver, it was love at first sight. Love at first sight. No, I would say, so we worked together. We saw each other's phones playing Pokemon one day, and we were like
that was the moment. And we had known each other for years.
Years.
4 or 5 years.
And then we became real close playing Pokemon. And then it was next level when the mayor jumped over and started joining what's going on here. And it was just, it's like, not to get deep, but you can't even describe like when you work with someone at this level and when you're like on the same page and you match each other's like motivation and drive and vibes. It's like not even friendship. It's like a different thing. Like it's crazy. It's hard to describe.
Almost like you're combined to create, like, become Dancy Beard, the channel, the group or whatever. You know, I was gonna reach out to you and say, do we need to do a shared calendar with you kind of stepping away from teaching? I'm like, no, like, send me a message and I'll just,
we talk constantly. Right. Yeah, so good question. All right, of the three I sent, that's the most difficult. Yeah, it is. And I did great on that other one. Remember when I said like rock and rye, cream soda type stuff? So, yeah. Let me see one more
I
time.
actually really like it. I think it's not quite as high on the sugar as the other ones, and I think that gives it. And it does have caffeine, a little bit, but yeah, I love it.
And yeah, we are in the same town. He's only, what would you say, a mile away?
You got to know by now. I text you right when I leave.
Yeah.
How much? What's the window on that? 3.5 minutes.
3
5?
minutes, 4
Okay.
minutes. He just lives down the road from me. He was actually my sister's teacher his first year. We've taught together for 11 years now. Yeah, so we are definitely in the same town. Our wives are very good friends. We're going on vacation together. Yes. So definitely in the same town. It's pretty cool.
You're gonna get you're coming up. We might need to take some time away because you're gonna have too much mayor, way too much mayor.
No way.
Up.
Well, with leaving teaching, I got to balance it out.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
Fair.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the show. I'm going to switch it over on the bottom for how you guys can send in to get in the show. But again, if you guys don't mind, it sounds corny, it sounds on repeat because it does make a difference. And I do know people forget until they're prompted because I'm that person. I forget. If you guys could at this time hit a thumbs up on the stream. In trusting us, right? Trust in prompt service, a tip here to show that you're going to enjoy this. If you change your mind, go back and switch it later. But I will say, it doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free to support this platform by simply hitting that thumbs up. So
I like what you said on Monday. I go to school on you all the time. You're like, and if you want extra credit, or if your grade is a little bit lower right now, consider sharing it out to your socials. Just a little something. Hey, jump over in case you forgot.
Yep.
That's the web.
Star
Gold
ticket
star.
bonus award of the day. Jealous of your friendship. We're lucky, man. We are lucky. I know a lot of adults that don't have like super close friends just because of life and situations. We're lucky, and it's not just us too. Moderator Doug Sloan is just as close with us as anybody. Jake Rancourt is an amazing friend of ours. Jeff Luce, if he's in the chat, like our group in person, our core group is the strongest I've ever seen, and it's wild because the majority of us met because of beards. Like, how silly is that? How silly is that? Hey, thank you, Alley Cat. I paid the thumbs up for free. Oh, thank you, man. So, thumbs up fee. So, thank you, Gary. I appreciate that, man.
Gary.
And hopefully you guys, if you did not check out my video today, it's one of my most proud videos in the history of the channel. I'll actually go out on a limb and say it is my most proud video I've ever made. The reason why is because it's a video about a growth oil, right? It's a sensitive topic. People want to say that it's a snake oil. People want to say it's fake. We launched it on this stream last week, but with a set view video, it reaches more people, of course. And so I wanted to deliver it correctly. And I'm proud of the research that's been going on with this for over a year now. I'm proud of the delivery and not over-promising, not selling stuff, but just simply giving that delivery out there. I gave the ratios, I gave the ingredients. If people want to go make it on their own, they absolutely can. I encourage them to do that. And so the way it went through, the way I made it, the way I played it, I was very, very proud of that video. And I'm not ashamed to say that. So if you guys didn't get a chance to watch it, check it out after the stream. Let me know your thoughts with a comment. The comments were fantastic today. I was ready, waiting for all those grumpy old men comments, and they didn't really come. A little bit here and there, but that's what you got to expect. So very, very happy with the science and the delivery especially, because if it was delivered in a different way, that could go in a much worse path. So shout out to Alley Cat for rolling, having some faith on that one. I'm very, very excited. And yeah, a lot of people that watch this show have already started to receive their accelerator, and they love the scents, which is awesome. So thank you guys for all that support. All right, you ready, Mayor?
I'm ready. For a second, I was like, they ordered it today, and Gary, did he drive over there?
Right.
I could see him doing that, to be honest. But
yeah,
I
absolutely.
forgot last week, yes.
So we're gonna work this pop down quite a ways, and then we'll bust over to the Mountain Dew in a bit here, and get that going. And actually, we'll try it pretty soon since we want to make sure it's cold and fresh. Do you think now or wait a bit?
We can just try it.
Let's try it. Let's try it, guys.
You want me to read?
Let's spotlight this real quick. So this is the Maui Burst here. We'll be kind of double dipping, going back and forth on these ones. So I missed the accelerator video. Please check it out after the stream. It really would mean a lot to me because of how long I spent on that one.
Why don't you try first, because I tried the other one first.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I'll tell you about Maui, which I think you should see Maui. You should be there sometime.
It's on my list.
Maui is truly like crazy, like it's a feel. You don't even believe it's real. It's warm, it's chill. There's like literally somebody playing a ukulele somewhere at all times. It is amazing. You understand the hype on Hawaii. Maui was probably, it's chiller than the Big Island and all that. So you got to go to if you ever go to Hawaii, that was my favorite part of our trip for sure. All right.
Delicious.
Delicious?
Yep, it's exactly what you would expect. Pineapple-y, tropical. If you weren't telling me this was a dew, I wouldn't know if I would guess that it was a Mountain Dew, but it's terrific.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. The dew is not super noticeable.
No.
But it's an excellent pop.
Yeah, I really like it.
Super good.
Refreshing, enjoyable. Both of them are hits.
It's in there. It's in there, but it's not dominant.
Yep, absolutely. All right, get our pointer. Boom.
All right, this is Walter M. I am legally blind, love having a beard, would love it if you guys can feature my beard on the show for any advice. You guys are awesome. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Walter. So yeah, Walter comes in by the name of Blind Bearded. If you guys go in Mondays, you've probably seen him in there. And he loves to get involved with the show and wanted to send in to get some advice on his beard. So boom, Walter, first and foremost, man, thank you for sending in. Thanks for trusting us with some advice here. And differentiate, okay, yeah, absolutely, Motex, and I'll touch on that in a second here. So with the beard here, he's looking for some general advice. Didn't give us any specific goals or problems. If you guys do send in, we really love questions, goals, problems. That helps us kind of narrow it down a little bit. And I'll start with Walter, and then I'll kick it over to the mayor. Walter, great beard, man. Two things that I'm going to point. Actually, I'm going to give you three. I'm going to give you three, not to hog the mayor here.
You go ahead. But I'll have my time.
One of them is it seems like you are going and shaving or trimming your cheek line, would be my guess. If not, leave it alone. If you are, leave it alone. I would love to see that cheek line grow up a little bit higher. If that's just natural, you have a freakishly smooth cheek line for being natural. And if that's the case, rock what you got. See if it'll fill in over time. Maybe something like the accelerator. But I feel like you are shaving that. Let that bad boy rise up a little bit. Number two, Number two, grow out that mustache. I know it can be a nuisance. I know it can be difficult, but I believe that would really round out your look. And then number three, regardless if you're using heat or not, I think you are. It seems like you are pushing in past your jaw a little bit too much. I would love to see that angle of your beard coming straight out from the jaw rather than being pushed back towards your neck. That usually happens by taking a brush, a comb, a heated brush, a round brush, and as you're going down on the jawline, you're continuing with that pressure, and once it gets past that jawline, it pushes back in towards the neck. So, my advice, ease up on that pressure past the chin, raise the cheek line, and then consider growing that mustache out.
And I'll just to add on to that, those are great points. I was gonna consider like a little bit of a transparency trim, but I think it really looks that way because of what Dan just said with the third thing, as far as hitting that and kind of creating like a dip in your beard. So there's several ways to do that, and you should be. I'm constantly touching my beard, so if you can kind of just come straight down here, and you should be able to feel that kind of like ledge, that shelf or whatever, instead of going down and in. If you're not getting that, there's a bunch of tips. Like you can use a heated brush, you can do it in layers to get that good. Use that number 7 from Chicago Comb.
Yep.
Pick that out, even if you can't help but like push really hard when you do it. Then you need to add a step at the end that's picking it back out and getting it even like you like it.
Absolutely. And X-Ray Freak says, love the beard, Walter. Love the style. Daniel says, great beard, Walter. Duke Skellington says, nice beard, Walter. Michael says, really digging the shape. We've also had some more advice that's out there. Jake says, would a round brush help with that chin wave? Absolutely, but I don't even know if it's as much a wave. I think it's just from that extra pressure. So I think if he adjusts the actual grooming that he's doing, it'll make all the difference in the world as compared to getting a wave out from something like a mask or a natural wave. I think that this is with his grooming on that one. So that would be my advice on this. And Clover says color is nice. Yeah, absolutely.
And Walter, just to finish where we started, fantastic beard. You're killing it. You look great with a beard. You are one of us, man.
Yes, absolutely. Rich L, man, thank you for that super chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you. You You guys have no idea how much that makes all this possible. It makes the passion, everything just magnified. So thank you so much. And CB says, hey, from Canada, been watching for a few months. The patches are filling in. Found Winter's Chill from Artius, the peppermint and casserole. There you go. That kind of goes with the video today. And kind of to go with that as well, Mo Texan said, the biggest thing that I've seen is people having a hard time differentiating what accelerator versus biotin. They seem to think when you say growth, you're talking about existing hair, not dormant follicles. Yeah, that's a great point and something that I can probably focus on and emphasize even more, right? Biotin makes your hair grow faster, the hair that you have right now. The accelerator is waking up hair follicles that are deep down below the surface you can't see, that are there. Everybody has them, and it's bringing them back to life, bringing them out. That can be caused by stress, straight up genetics. It can be caused by some trauma that's happened to your face externally. So that's a really great point. This is nothing like biotin. Totally different. So great point, Mr. Mo Texan. All right.
This is Aaron P. I'm 18.
Woo!
Boom.
Okay, keep that in mind.
That's one of our youngest.
Yep.
And I've had to learn all my beard grooming from you. So if there's anything you think I'm missing or should try based on how I look, please let me know. And then,
whoa,
18.
Aaron, we have 18-year-olds in high school. That is, you guys, one more time. Let's go back to that real quick. I'm 18 and learned all the grooming from this channel. His hair looks like the mayor's hair.
Dang it.
I stole it.
You stole my...
Yeah.
No, it's obvious. Like, it's very similar. Yep.
Wolverine, I promise you with all my heart, I got you covered. The timing just has to be right, and it's not right yet, but I promise you. Man, that is absolutely absurd. And Jason, yes, 100%. The two areas that are intended for the accelerator are your cheeks and below your lip line. So 100%. Barely legal beard. Yeah, absolutely. Goodness. All right, but he did. Oh, here's Aaron right here. He did want some advice on this one. So, Aaron, I got you. What I would love to see out of your beard, my man, is more volume. I want that beard. It's kind of tucked. You got your cheek out here, which is your widest part of your face right now. And then the beard goes in. I want this volume puffed out on the sides. I want this little indent on the chin going out. The way you're gonna do that is by using that blow dryer and using something like the number 8 carbon fiber comb from Chicago Combs, and get that blow dryer underneath your beard, okay, Aaron, underneath your beard, and blowing and combing away from your face. I do that every morning. I do that before the show, even things like this, right? See my beard here? It's all tucked in. It's nice and tight. I can have a beard really pinched in if I would like. See that? Look at how skinny my beard is right there. But by simply removing it and getting that volume away from my face, it changes the entire structure of my look. And I would love the same for you, just to blow that bad boy out a little bit right there, man. And the same thing from here. If you get that heat going from underneath your beard and away, this is gonna start to even just come out more, give you a well-rounded look. And I'm only saying that because you asked for advice. You have a legendary beard. Maybe the greatest 18-year-old beard I've ever seen.
We'll have to check the books.
Yeah, we'll check the Guinness Book of World Records for that. But 18, that is absolutely silly. That blow dryer method with a focus and an adjustment will make a big difference. You caught me. I usually blow dry inward. Yep. So I do know my stuff. So yeah, thank you, Aaron. 100%. You're gonna finish by going down and going in towards the face, but now let's get it blown out. And if you feel like you're doing inwards because you think there's some transparency there, start to adjust and go outwards, and then make a transparency trim from there. Trust me, if you're worried about that, this could be the situation where it's addition by subtraction. We won't know until you start blowing it out. So Aaron, if you want to start working on that all week, send us in again for the show next week. I would love to take a look and give you some advice from there.
Aaron, I don't want to assume that your goal is as big as your beard can get, because sometimes we do that.
I do.
Here. Yeah, I know you do. But welcome. I'm here to represent the short beards of the world. You have like the head hair, the look. You could cut it in where you're at right now and have a fantastic look. We'd love to have you on the short beard team. Not that we are the same team. I'm just joking about that. But with the head hair, it just makes me think it's so dialed in. Like you could easily fade up, kind of be longer than what I got going, but still have a fantastic look.
That would be borderline disrespectful to the guys that can't grow long beards.
Well, I guess we'll just agree to disagree on it.
Those guys that are like, if I could grow a beard like that, I would murder my mother-in-law and for that. And then they're like, you're gonna massacre that beard that you have naturally. So.
Hey, that's why there's two of us here.
No, you would rock it. You've got the density, you've got the coverage, the color. You could do whatever the heck you want, man. Your beard's gonna be legendary at any point. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing what you got going on.
Honestly, we're like trying to recruit you. Like we both are selling you on our directions. That should tell you something right there.
Right.
You need to get a beard agent.
You're the first round draft pick. I was actually thinking of growing the head hair out. I personally would not recommend any part of that. I think a really nice dialed in hairdo is a great contrast to a big, beautiful beard.
There is power in that contrast.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's a great
look.
We say that without even realizing it when we tell people to change the texture where their beard's at. It's about contrast. I am not a fan of big, long head hair going into a beard. Now, I am a fan of long head hair ponytailed back, and you have that different texture. Big fan of that. So I would not recommend growing the beard out. I apologize. I'm not a fan of growing the head hair out. I want that contrast. I love that look. I've had, back in my more single days, I had plenty of women that told me, if you're gonna rock a beard, you do need a hipster, dialed in, fancy kind of hairdo, or go bald, right? Those are like the two main options. Heath got a good question here. Regarding a blow dryer, would I see a difference? Yes, absolutely, Heath. I have never, and people always like to assume negative intentions. I gotta stop like giving this like asterisk, but I feel the need to. I've never talked to a hairdryer company. I've never made a penny off hair dryers. I personally went from a cheap like $25 Conair hair dryer to a more expensive Babyless or Babyliss, however you want to pronounce it. It's got the engineers who made the Ferrari or Lamborghini engine makes these hair dryer engines. An immediate massive change, and I paid for it myself. I upgraded about $100 more. The Dyson is even more than that. My sister, who's a lawyer and has much more money than me, she has one of those. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Will you see a difference? Yes. Is it worth it? Personal question. So,
or you could just go to like Sam's Club and use the hand dryers, just stick your beard in there.
Those would be good.
Dyson, they are Dyson, the hand dryers.
Yeah,
they're
that's
nice.
pretty cool. Thanks for the advice on the head hair. Either way, no intention to join. Hey, there we go. Chalk one up to the big beard game.
No
but I do mean that though. Like, if you have it and you enjoy it, go for it. Because think of how many people can't do that, and they want to live vicariously through you, right? They want to have that experience. It's like, man, you can grow that big beard and you don't want to. I would kill for that. So I did mean that in a half serious, half playful kind of way. So awesome, Aaron. Thank you, man. And while we're here, Mayor, how do people send in if they want to get advice like Aaron did right there?
Just type up a real quick email to beardadvicelive@gmail.com and just hit your points. What are your questions? What are problems you're having? Simple is good. We'll take it. If you need to tell us as much as you need to. A front-facing picture and a side-facing picture. And if there's something specific, highlight that as well.
Yeah, Vado, he seems like he does have those genes in him, and I agree. Nice tight sides, accentuate a beard. Absolutely. Hey, Craig, welcome on in. A mohawk, I love a mohawk. A mohawk is a statement maker. I think that's awesome. Rich is right. High and tight with a long beard, great combination. Yep, absolutely. JT, you're spot on, man. Team one, Team Dan won. That's right. If you guys are having fun already, please hit that thumbs up for us.
All right. This is G, right?
This is my man G. Yep, exactly.
I have not checked in for a few months on beard advice. I have 4 questions for you. Look at this. He's hitting this. He knows that he
watches the show.
This is an example of how to do it, guys. Is it time for a transparency trim yet? I am shooting for a Dan C beard. Any advice?
That's 2.
How many more months do you anticipate until I have the Dan C length? And then what is the most recommended oil for my type of beard?
Love it. Absolutely love the questions. I use the Babyless Rapido Pro. If you want to send me a message, I can send you a link. Babyless Rapido Pro. We got ours off of Amazon and have had 0 problems with it. Like Amazon because they got free returns. Shout out to JP. What up, JP? All right, here we go, guys. Let's go and see what G's got working with here. Boom, baby. So G made a couple of adjustments to his styling routine. He actually posted about it in our group, Facebook group, Commands Corner. There's a link in the description. Check it out, guys. We have exclusive discount codes, exclusive giveaways, and exclusive support and positivity. Check that out. I think you'll enjoy it, guys. Even if you're not a fan of Facebook, the next month's company sponsor, you guys might really enjoy. What's up, Wes Y? How you doing?
Oh, hi, Wes Y.
Hey. And so G, he made some changes, and I believe the big change that stuck out to him that we mentioned, I think on this show actually, was slowing down to get more tension when you're using heat. I said I was going too fast and I was missing that tension part of the equation. When I added more tension, it gave a lot more of style and control. So, G, first off, legendary beard, man. Absolutely legendary. And I love that he included this shirt because I have that shirt so I can kind of measure where my beard is at. And Mayor, I know where you're spinning. It's still here.
Wait, what?
With the shirt idea.
Oh.
No.
I was just gonna say,
okay.
maybe he liked it's the shirts from there, but I one of my most popular Instagram photos is that.
Is with that shirt? That's cool. So G, legendary. So let's go ahead and hit your questions specifically. I love that you put these in here. Is it time for a transparency trim? You could, right? Is there something there? Maybe a little bit. Could you wait a couple of weeks? Yeah, absolutely. When I look at your beard, I do not think, oh man, you got some transparency we need to worry about. I do see beards where I think that, oftentimes. When I see yours, it's not immediate. If it's not bugging you, don't trim it yet. You're probably not ready. You're probably not ready yet. I'm shooting for a Dan C beard length. I'm shooting for a Dan C beard. Any advice? Keep doing what you're doing, my man. Truly keep doing what you're doing. Number 3, how many more months do you anticipate? I would say 4 months. I'm gonna give you 4 months there. And for anybody that wants to measure to see where you're at, my beard right now is exactly 11.5 inches from the bottom of my bottom lip to the length. 11.5 inches. I had guesses of like 17, 18 inches on my Instagram. When I posted a picture, said, "How long do you think my beard is?"
I said the way you set it up was good because it was right on the line.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Oh, for the over under?
Yep.
Yeah, that came hours and hours after the guesses. So
wow.
I let the field set the number, and so I put it right there. And then what's the most recommended type for my beard? G, I literally would say a well-balanced rotation. Work in some thin oils, work in some medium, and go medium thick to thick. I mean, you've got the salt and pepper, you got a longer beard. It looks like your texture is not too crazy, you're not too wildly curly or anything. So a healthy rotation is gonna be your best bet. Kind of cycle through some different viscosities, some different brands, and your beard's gonna thank you. Absolutely.
Only thing I can add to this is I was kind of going to school on Dan's beard, yours, and I would say something to consider would be a slightly lower heat temp or slightly less heat. His has got a little bit less volume, and you want to avoid that too much of that like scoop out at the bottom. I don't really like looking at the side. You're getting there
absolutely
for sure, but just maybe a touch lower temperature would be something to consider.
I agree. Quick tips for getting soul patches to lay down, Mayor.
That's a huge one. It was big for me. I talked about it endlessly, I think, when I was starting to grow a beard. Really give it time, gravity, and have patience. Don't mess with it. Don't over fry it with a heated brush to where it's gonna stop responding. That was a mistake I made. Patience, unfortunately, and eventually that gravity is gonna come into play. And making sure you're hitting it with oil too. Oil helps. It helps the style.
Yeah. Awesome, RJ got in his Aberlite that we mentioned, and he asked, what temp should you start? RJ, I have a couple of videos. If you want to message me, I'll send you one. I have 2 that come to mind about using heat specifically. I have one that breaks down the safe temperatures, the range, and everything. My advice would be start at 320 degrees and see what it does for you. If you feel like it's too hot, too straight, go lower. If you feel like you need a little bit more juice, go a little bit more. But here's my general rule, never go above a year. You don't want to be hotter than 365 degrees. That's the safe zone. The absolute danger zone is 420 degrees. I'm sure you guys could come up with a nickname for that one to remember on your own. But at 420 degrees, anything above that, every hair on this planet will be damaged. I don't like that buffer zone between 365 and 420. I stay under 365 always. Most hair dryers, their limit is 365 as well, not by chance. So keep that in mind. So Start at 320 and then see if you need to go up or down from there.
That hour light turns on at 320.
Yep.
One of the things a lot of guys don't know is that you can go up and get back to 280 or 300 if you felt like the lower you can start and see the impact, the better for your beard.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, it's Casey, Bobby Casey's dad's birthday tonight. He's got to work. Hey, man, tell him happy birthday for us. Seriously, I know he's stopped in a few times. What oil is best for curly beards? I do, Brad. If you look up curly beards, Dan C. Bearded, there's some great tips in there for that. And the curliness depends on the color. There's a couple of different factors there, but definitely check that video out, and I think it'll help you. So good to know I've been cranking it, but hey, awesome, man. Awesome.
In the chat, it said it turns on at 360. Maybe there's a setting. Maybe there's a whole. I don't know if
mine is 320.
Okay.
Yep. My pro starts at 320. I know that for sure. So yep. And everyone's using different temperatures that are out there. Absolutely. Find what works for you. 320 is a good base to start on. All right. Let's keep it coming. Thanks, G. I think he's probably going to watch in the future. All right. We got Andrew coming up here. Andrew C. Let's see what you got, man.
This is Andrew C. I am regrowing my beard. I chopped it off after a year, and I had an instant regret.
You know how many times we've heard that?
That feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what it's like. Like you look at your face, and you're like, yeah. I am in month 5 of my regrowth. I've had a few problems. I have a few problems I keep running into. I have tried to fix it with advice from your videos, but I'm still not sure if I am doing everything right. I use Gillette face and beard wash every morning, then Gibbs beard oil massage into my face and beard, then Gibbs hair and beard pudding left in the conditioner, leave-in conditioner, then heated brush, and then sometimes I use beard balm. 1, beard dandruff. How do I keep it away? 2, not as important, but my beard is wild. It curls up everywhere at once. I brush it and use a heated brush, and it still tries to curl up. Any advice on taming or training it better? Pictures 1 through 3 with oil, leave-in conditioner in my beard before it was removed. 4 through 6, beard after, heated brush, and beard balm.
Awesome. And Andrew's here with us, so thanks for being in here, Andrew. Real quick, I like this question. Oliver says, do you both have beard decision regret? I don't. No, I don't regret anything on my journey. Maybe I let my mustache get a little bit too wild and crazy for a time period, but now I know. So I don't regret it, but no, not really. You?
I messed with it too much in the beginning, but I think that's pretty normal. And I also
plucked out a mustache.
Oh yeah,
that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I did a nose hair puller, and the sticker kind of wasn't in the right place, so all of a sudden I had like a little U. I constantly go and get trims, and they mess up, and Dan's like, why do you continue to go back every time?
He's our guy for that.
But
he's our guy.
I don't know. I've just started jumping in and stuff. I don't know.
Andrew, great beard, man. Previous yeared over here. And then the first 2 pictures, I forgot what he had down here is beard oil, leave-in conditioner. Okay. And then over here is after the heated brush. Okay. So let me hit on this one first here, Andrew. Strongly encourage you cutting out this beard pudding, aka leave-in conditioner, especially for heat. Conditioner.
Especially before heat.
Yes.
Right? That was like jumped out.
Conditioners should never, ever be used before heat. That is a recipe for disaster, for the health, for the styling, for the smell. Never get rid of it. Leave-in conditioner should only be used at night, once, maybe twice a month. If you're healthy, if you're doing everything you're supposed to, you don't need it more than that. Think of leave-in conditioner as a recovery, unbelievable boost, kind of spa treatment for your beard. Never use it before heat.
I would almost venture to guess that what you're considering is beard dandruff is actually product.
Was literally going to say that. Ugh. I would bet a lot of money that the white flakes, the scratchy, itchy stuff is conditioner that you cooked, that you fried. So 100% stop using that, especially in the morning, especially before heat. I think that's going to make all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. And so he said, my beard is wild. It curls every way it wants. I use a heated brush, but it still curls up. Get rid of that conditioner, and I do think that can make a difference. And when you're talking here, man, when you're talking about wild curls and stuff, I genuinely think that's texture and character. I like it. I would not worry about that styling. If it is something that's really bothering you, you just need to step outside your comfort zone. A beard of your density and your length, the heated brush is always going to be a tool. It's always going to be an option that you have for different spots. But this, if that is an issue for you, this should be a blow dryer beard. You will get more control. You'll get more of the look that you're wanting with a carbon fiber comb and a blow dryer. So that would be my advice. And then I would save the heated brush for your sideburns, for your mustache, for your cheeks. Let the blow dryer do the work over here. Anything else, Mir?
No, you killed it. Yeah,
Awesome.
It looks great. But again, I feel like we need to just say fantastic beard, and you have some points there. But I honestly think getting that sequencing of not putting product in before the heat, huge difference. You're literally you're coating the hair, and then you're putting heat, and it's not gonna respond as well to a heated brush when it, just like with butter or conditioner, too much conditioner. It doesn't. The heated brush isn't going to be able to do as much as it could.
Yep, absolutely. And I also would recommend possibly looking at some upgrades away from Gillette. If you want to stay in store brands, look at Honest Amish. Look at something that's going to be a better option than Gillette. It's just not a company with a proven track record. Their new line, the King C Gillette, on paper looks better. I just don't like that company. I just don't trust them. Just look at their previous profits. So, yeah, right.
They're a razor company.
Exactly.
Not that that's a big deal.
Hey,
but
I got a video coming.
It touches on it. It does. Where did you start? Where are your roots? Are they going to make more money?
Right. So, great beard. I do believe those changes can absolutely be massive for your experience and your love of that beard journey that you have, man. So thank you for sending in. Thank you for the detailed write-in.
Fantastic beard. This is Jason S. I'm hoping to get a little advice from yourselves in the community. I am completely open to opinions. Basically, I've gone over my first full year of having a beard, done a few trim-ups along the way while I'm still gaining length. I don't have any final destination, pretty much going until I think it doesn't look good, then maintaining. I'm not to that point yet. However, the longer it gets, the more I'm nervous to trim it. I do my own trimming. My concern is the front view. I think my outer edges are growing faster than the center and would like to bring them back in line, but don't really want to mess up my side shots because I am a fan of those. Did I mention I can sometimes be an anxious person?
I'm glad I love when you guys put a little personality in there on that. And Michael's exactly right. They did attack their main demographic with that horrible toxic masculinity ad. That might go down as the worst ad campaign in the history of marketing. One day it will be taught of what you should not do in marketing.
What? I don't even know what that is.
They made a whole ad campaign saying that males are toxic because of like normal things that we do. And their entire demographic is males. It's horrible. If you haven't seen those, don't watch them. It's going to make you angry. So yeah, it's the Gillette toxic masculinity ads. Terrible.
Honestly, I've kind of had enough of that.
Yes, right. And Mark says, I blow dry mine with a brush. Should I use a comb? Mark, it depends on the length and density of your beard. Judging by the beard in your avatar, yes, 1,000%. A brush really doesn't need any place in your routine. That comb is going to be a must for you. So yes, absolutely. And Brisk is another good one for drugstores. Yeah, I covered that probably 3 years ago and still really like it. And Andrew said, I'll cut back on the conditioner. I'll have to look into blow dries. Amen. Let's go, man. So awesome. All right, favorite beard butter for styling. There's a bunch of great ones. I would probably say the best styling one's probably Detroit Grooming. This Mr. Moose Grooming also has a good one as well, but Detroit Grooming is kind of the king with the wax and all
OG.
that. Yeah, the OG. All right, Jason, let's check out here. I absolutely love Jason's goal. I want to grow it until I think it doesn't look good and then maintain just before that. That's my
smart play.
That's my exact journey. People always say, what's your beard goal? To make it look good at any given point. That's it. That's my answer. To make it look good at any given point. All right. So he feels like his front look does not look good, but he loves the sides and he trims his own beard. Let's take a look here. Awesome, Jason. Okay. All right. Looking at this, I would have no idea what you were talking about on your front side, but I do believe you gave some specifics here. I think my outer edges are growing faster than the center, but he doesn't want to mess up.
So I interpret that as a shape kind of question.
Yeah, so he's saying my chin doesn't grow as fast as out here, but he likes the side view. Okay, Jason, I'm gonna hit you on this one as well. We've had a bunch of like my wheelhouse ones.
Listen, but I'm getting my little spots
for
in
sure.
there. I don't mind that.
Jason, your sides do grow faster, and I think your side beard look will be even better when you do trim those even. If you look on your side, your most prominent part of your beard is right here. I would love the most prominent part of your beard to be right here. So all you're gonna do is do a simple little transparency trim, start your line, go watch my videos, a bunch of them, over and over again. Just watch them. Because you're gonna start your line right here. And then you're gonna cut off your angle, kind of going back towards your chin, and just a little bit of a looping motion. What that's gonna do is it's gonna round this. This stuff is gonna stay. You're not gonna approach this at all. It's just the bulk right here you're gonna take a little bit out of. Look at this line right here, Jason. This is perfect. Boom. Imagine that side profile now. Ride with me. Everybody, close your eyes. All right, now open them and ride with this line right here. Right there, man. That is going to look absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. I think everything, all the above will be improved for sure.
No, yeah, I agree completely. I wouldn't do much else, especially if you're going longer. I think you've got a lot of length. You talked about where it's gonna look best. I think you've got a long way to go before you're gonna hit that wall.
Yeah, it's so thick, it's so dense. It looks absolutely awesome.
You can shape it like crazy.
Yep. And Clover's exactly right. A little bit of that slant, a little bit of that angle is gonna make a big difference. What up, Los? How you doing, man? So yes. If you use your hand to cover that, you can see it would look great. I agree. Thank you, Drum. Awesome. Do you always use beard wash after? Yes, I do. Anytime I use wax products, I always wash it out because rinsing will not get rid of wax products. Thank you so much. I appreciate the help. And Jason, number one factor in your successful trim is confidence. No anxiety, no worries. Everyone always says, how do you make it look so easy? I just don't worry about it. I just go in. Anytime I've worried, anytime I've been nervous, it doesn't go well. Hear me out, Jason. If you do get nervous, if you do get anxious, leave. Do it the next night. It's not gonna hurt you to wait. If you feel confident, you feel good, you feel ready, go in and do that bad boy. But don't do it when you feel like your beard looks bad. Don't do it when you feel nervous or anxious. Feel good. Don't have any time constraints, right?
Yeah.
The only time I've had a bad beard trim was when I was going out to dinner and I rushed it and I felt sick to my stomach when I messed up a part. I adjusted, I made it work. It's probably 2 years ago. But don't rush it. Don't be anxious. Be confident. Watch my trim videos over and over and over again. That would be my main advice for you.
Just I'm a Saturday morning trim guy for some, because it's a slower pace of the day if we don't have anything big going. The other thing is, how do you know when to walk away? We always talk about like a 3-day trim or whatever. The moment you feel like if you have that oops, put it down and go away. It doesn't look that bad, but it's the big mistake we make is trying to balance or trying to overcorrect and trying to get it back to something else. You're not going to get it back to what it was before because it's gone. So if you feel that oops or something hits you really bad, well, put it down and walk away. Don't try to fix it right then and there. Walk away, get some perspective on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jake's right. 3-day trim. Heather, have him send in. We'll give him some advice. And RJ says, would you say the same thing for a beard half that length? RJ, it is. There's so many variables there. Send in, man. Send into the show. It would be impossible to give general or generic information like that.
If it's my length, and I'm not, if I'm half as length, maybe that's about right. I would say once you have the technique down, yeah, you have to go with confidence, for sure.
But I don't know what he was referring to there.
Yeah,
if it's about the trim, so yeah, send in, man, and send your questions. We can get you. Thank you about the information, and if you can clip the portion about man and send it to me, I'd appreciate it. So I don't, at Blindbeard, I don't clip anything or send anything, but if you're asking about the portion for you were the very first one. So just go back to the beginning of the show, and once you see the parts where we actually put the slides up, you'll be next there. If that's what he's talking about, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't do any clipping or anything like that, even for myself. So I don't know how to even go about that. But if you just go check out the start of the show, we got you covered, man. No doubt about it. When you think just a little more, stop. That's great advice too, Leo. Yep, really, really well said there. Really well said. All right. Thank you, Jason, for sending in, man.
And we only know that because we haven't stopped before.
Right. Yeah,
You know?
we've both been
felt
there.
that
For
pain.
sure. For sure. X-Ray and his girlfriend. That's so funny. Maybe one day I'll let you try and see what happens. Too funny. Too funny. Hey, Aiden, hope you're doing well, man. Neighbor down the road. Hey, Steven, how you doing, buddy? All right. We don't have a ton of time because this is a packed show, but if there's something, and a lot of you have been working them in already, and hopefully you guys see and appreciate, we try to fit those in when we can on a natural kind of flow. But do you guys have any questions that you are wondering about the styling, health, beard care products? Hey, thanks, Dan. Appreciate that, man. All right. No, I did listen to your portion about me, but it was so awesome. But thank you so much. Okay, yeah, just bring it to that point and show them, and they'll get you covered. But because I don't do any clipping or anything like that.
We usually just recommend the guys have it loaded on their phone if you have YouTube and just play it for them.
Yep. If you want to leave a comment on this video afterwards with the time where it starts, that way when you go back, I don't know if you guys know this, when you put the time on a comment, all you got to do is click it, and it takes you to that portion of the video.
What?
So yeah, it's a cool little YouTube feature that not a lot of people use or take advantage of. Should you always transparency trim even when you're going for length? Stuart, it is completely personal preference. Some people don't mind that transparency and they want to grow past their goal and trim back to it. For me, transparency is my number one enemy of a good looking beard. Actually, we were talking about this with moderator Bill from our Facebook group earlier today. We all would rather have a 4-inch beard that looks good rather than an 8-inch beard with a lot of transparency. But that's our personal preference. Other people don't mind the transparency, and length is gold for them. It just depends on you. So there's no one size fits all there.
Yeah, I got into that with head hair this Sunday. It's like trying to sell my hairstyle, and I'm like, no, but everybody's hair is different, and everybody has different preferences, and the same for beards.
Yep. Sarah, you out of here. Take care, Sarah. Have a good night, if I'm reading that correctly. Debating on maintaining a short beard or growing it out again. Flag, grow it out, man. You have Greek god genetics when it comes to a beard, dude. So grow it out.
Whoa! I didn't even have a time to weigh in on that.
No, not allowed. Flag probably has the reigning gold MVP for an 18-year-old beard, and yeah, we had some competition today, but Flag was that original 18-year-old beard. If you take a shower right before bed, is it okay to just apply? I do not recommend that, Joe. Oil after the shower, always. That shower, the heat, the total immersion of having your beard saturated for that amount of time is much different than rinsing it in the sink. I do recommend oil after the shower. But again, that's just a recommendation. You got to figure out what works for you, but that would be best practice. CBD beard products better for oil during the day or night with butter. Oil is always going to be your most potent when it comes to CBD because it's primarily for the skin, a little bit for the hair, but it's primarily for the skin. The oil is going to do much more for the skin than the butter would. So, yes. Is he actually blind? Maybe we need to, he is, Michael, but he watches the show. He enters giveaways. So he sends in pictures. So there's somehow.
He's able to comment. So.
Yeah, he's able to comment. So there's somehow, some way that he's digesting the information. So I think that he's okay. All right. Dan, is shirt color number 2 for, oh man. So shirt color and transparency are like co-villains. They work together.
Yeah.
Good question. Is there a difference between balm and butter, what they do? Yes, Clover. Balm and butter, the only difference is usually the wax content ratio and their purpose. Balm is primarily for styling and hold with some nourishment. Butter is primarily for nourishment with some hold. I would love to go to a standardized unit of measure for beard products and base it on the percentage of wax. I think that's as simple as it gets. It hasn't caught steam yet. Maybe I need to make an entire dedicated video to that and like throw the gauntlet out to the people.
Something like 3 mayors or 2.5 mayors.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep, that would be it. We could call it that. That would be good. Oh, check it out at Walmart. Nice, Sarah. That's dedication. Mayor, there you go.
Do you use your Brio? Mayor, do you use your Brio on trims? If so, any plans on an updated trim video? The one I saw only included scissors. I do. I used it actually this weekend, the V2. So I definitely do use it. I don't do a ton of trims. I usually just kind of like my cycle is kind of like this. I will get a haircut every 3rd haircut. I might let them kind of shape things in on the sides and back, and then I kind of maintain it. My beard length is is never going to look exactly the same. And there's like a range of comfort for me. So I try to reduce that. But yeah, when I do, I use the Brio. This weekend, I did it with no guards, like Dan was saying. I just went all in on the confidence because I knew I wasn't doing too much. And I didn't want to, like take a risk or mess anything up.
So yes, he does.
There you go. Sorry. I was going to tell you a story.
Yeah.
It was about 48 degrees.
All right, Mayor, take this one a little more concise.
New to the show, can you explain what transparency trim is? Absolutely. Longer beards, different hairs grow different colors, different speeds. So just bringing it and leveling it out, letting the slow growers kind of catch up, gives your beard a fuller look.
Yep. What's the best? I'll throw out my top 3 probably most used washes and conditioners. Beard Octane, Whiskey and Hardtack, and Alley Cat. There's other amazing ones out there that you can't go wrong with, but check out either one of those companies and feel free to message me anytime for more specific advice on that as well. Dan, your new butter from Barlow's, does it have wax in it? It does, a very small amount of wax. And what consistency would you describe it as? Mayor, what would you
Very smooth.
Yeah, very smooth. It's somewhere between light. It's not a light whipped butter, but it's not a full body butter where it's going to be like hard to melt down. It's smooth, super, super smooth. What are some great oils for red beards? So Artius Man, the gray oil line by Copper Johns, Whiskey and Hardtack, Fable. Those are probably going to be your best bets with those thicker oils that are out there. When people talk about rinse-only days, I assume they're totally rinsing in the shower so that it is dripping, or are they merely getting it damp in the sink? I would assume that they're taking a shower every day, and that's just the idea of not using a beard wash or a beard conditioner. Just simply using water in the shower is a rinse day. Hey, John, thanks, man. Thanks for coming in. How often should you use oil and butters per day? I recommend twice a day using products in the morning and at night. If you need to in the middle of the day, you can as well. There's G. Thanks, G. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to write that. I've been putting it off. I don't like to. Here. The mayor has the real on Sundays. Let's get the real right now. Company owners are rightfully so sensitive. The stuff is their baby. They put their everything into this, their time, their money, their thoughts, their life. And anything that challenges at all their thought process or what they do, they get sensitive. And I get some heat for it. I've had it many times, right? I had a video once that was all about companies were always saying all natural products are always the best. That's not true. If you have a washer or conditioner, you need to have a preservative. Period. It's done. It's not even negotiable. Now that's industry standard. But 3 years ago when I made the video, you have no idea how many companies came for me and wanted me to get rid of my platform and wanted everybody to overthrow me and just different videos like that. When I made the fragrance law video, company owners were picketing outside my house for me to get rid of YouTube. So when I do those videos, it comes at a cost and usually it bounces back. And just to be honest, sometimes it's just not fun to deal with that kind of environment. But I think it probably is time to throw down the gauntlet. It just makes too much sense. It's such a young industry. The standards are not there as compared to other industries. And it would be so simple. And who is it going to help? It's going to help the consumer first and foremost because they're going to know what they're buying, right? How many times have you bought a balm thinking you were getting a styling holding balm and it just ends up being a butter with a different name? So it's going to help them. And then in return, it's going to help the company. When you have an educated buyer, you have a happy buyer. So I think I'm going to have to throw down and make it a very simple video and really, really encourage it to happen. So yeah.
That's smart. I mean, yeah.
Bulldog, yep, Bulldog is a very good drugstore option. Yep, absolutely good, solid drugstore option. They're actually out of the UK. But yep, they have some good ones. Oh, cool, Judd, man, awesome. Hope you guys are doing well. I know you reached out to me, so yeah, shout out to you guys. Here you go, man. Last question, then we're gonna hit on to the next slides, guys.
What was that hairbrush you used for the beard? It looks like it would pull less. That was the airbag brush from Beard Octane. I use it for my head hair, use it for my beard. Great brush. Have 4 of them in our house.
Thank you, Texas. Guns and Beard, appreciate you. Awesome. Let's keep it moving, guys. About halfway. We got to speed up just a little bit tonight.
This is Gerard. Took me a couple of months to find the time to dedicate to a trim and also work up the courage. It ended up being so simple and quick, I was shocked. Could I have taken off more? Yes. But like the advice that I was given, we decided this didn't need to be a massive or drastic. I still have some transparency with lighter shirts, but overall I'm absolutely thrilled with the results. I went from 9 inches at the longest point to now a solid 7 inches, much more even across the beard. I think it gives it more purpose and more body. I was surprised since this was my first true trim at just how little was removed, but it makes a huge difference even just in styling.
Yep.
It's much easier and just falls into place so much better. I didn't expect that. Okay, now that I've done it, when is the next time? Remember, my goal is still to have the biggest, longest possible beard while still being purposeful. How do I maintain the transparency while still growing? Is it something that I let grow 2 inches, take off 1, and I let it grow 4 inches, take off 1? Or do I let it grow 4 inches and take off 1? Thanks again for all you do and the great advice.
Awesome. And so true. The pronunciation of his name changes each week. Ready to blow your mind here. It is Jared. Jared. He does
I should know it, Jared.
Oh, I should know it too. But it's one of those things that you know it, then you second guess yourself, then you get it wrong. Right. He says that it's we should blame his parents. So he is officially on this show G squared. G squared there.
All right, G squared.
And I forget that from time to time too. So yes, we do mess that up. My parents think they were clever. Oh man, we're teachers, so we've seen every spelling imaginable. Doesn't mean we're good at pronouncing it, but we've seen them. We've seen them all. All right, let's see your trim here, Jared. Oh yeah, baby. Gets rid of that little transparency. Man, that is a massive difference with a small change. Once again, addition by subtraction.
Kid Cudi, Day and Night. Great song.
Day and Night.
It's example.
Yes, very, very, very good example. And to address your question, when is next? 2 inches, take off 1. Here is your answer. D, none of the above. Your correct answer is you will know. That's it. G squared, Jared, Gerard, GG. The correct answer is you will know. Don't measure, don't time it out. Simply kind of wait, feel it out. When you feel like it's time, you're gonna trim.
I like how you did the same. Like, obviously, you made a lot of effort. This is perfect. Like, this is a great example. You got the same shirt on, just a little bit, looking like the sun's a little lower. Like you did the trim, came back out.
Yeah,
the picture.
Right. It does. Same hat, same everything. Yeah, that's true. Color change.
It really helps, as for us to be able to say, don't do a thing.
Yes, it looks awesome, man. Look, he said it's crazy how much easier it styles. That's great to hear.
This is Glenn. Thanks for the great advice. I wanted to send in follow-up pics after my trip to the barber. Took a little more off than I was thinking. We hear that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy with how it turned out.
And this is interesting because Glenn sent in days ago, however many days ago it was. But Glenn actually posted in our Facebook group today with a different sentiment. Essentially, he felt like it was great. He loved it. And then as it settled over the last couple of days, if I remember correctly from his post, it was something along the lines of he's not happy with how it has settled. So interesting perspective there.
Well, that'll happen.
Yeah, absolutely. It does change. The way you leave the barber chair is never the way it's going to look after your first shower. But I will say, Glenn, awesome trim, man. If you remember, we had this like angled beard that we wanted to get rounded out a little bit. Absolutely did that. The side profile is absolutely epic, man. I would say if you're worried about how it's settled or you're worried about it days after the trim, just let it ride. Let it grow from here. Do not, look at me, Glenn. Do not make any adjustments. Do not go in and trim. Do not go in and try to change anything.
Right.
If anything, send into this show and then we will help you with some advice and some encouragement.
Yeah, there's been times when I've come back from the barber and like day 3, it's like the second or third day. Why doesn't it look like it did? Well, because you don't, you walk out, it's a temporary thing. I would say exactly what Dan said. Don't worry about it. We see a huge, it's better, okay? And it's a growth process. And sometimes we just have to go out the door with our beard 95%, 90%. We're not gonna get 100, but just keep it in mind for the next time you go in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sending in, Glenn. And again, if you need any more advice, send back in again.
This is Rob. I'm 13 months into my beard growth. I'm retired military and tossed the razor. I retired from the military and tossed the razor. I have not trimmed anything yet. My trouble spots are the undersides on the sides of my neck, as shown in the pictures. Do you have any advice on how to get them to go in the same direction as everything else? I'm currently only using beard oil and apply heat with a blow dryer and my Everlight Pro. Thank you for all you do. Thanks in advance for your help.
Awesome. Rob, first and foremost, thank you for your service. Obviously, with everything going on in the world right now, we know how important our military is, our freedom. So thank you for your service. And great question by Lance here, essentially saying, have you thought of making like a standardized scale for viscosity? Lance, I have, but there's too many variables to do it well, because some things feel thicker and act thinner. It's not as straightforward. The wax content ratio is straightforward. It's measurable. There's no variables to it. With viscosity, you can't treat a bird oil like you do a metal foam oil. They're kind of two different worlds. So I'm still tossing around thoughts and ideas, but yeah, it's just not as easy. And Stephanie is Glenn's wife, and he said, as his wife, I think it looks amazing. That's all that matters in the world. So, Glenn, you got a great one right there. She's not only in here, but she's also supporting you. Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. All right, so let's check out what we hear. Any advice to get them going in the same direction? Beard oil, applying heat with the blow dryer, and my Aberlite Pro. All right, let's check out Rob. Boom!
I know.
My goodness. Who, Rob?
Like,
this is going to be
I
hard.
don't think we ever had a beard like this.
No,
this is like a first.
Yep. He hasn't trimmed
It's
anything.
like a wild...
My troubled spots are on the undersides of my neck. Okay. So, yeah, dude, this is character. This is color. This is everything, man. Absolutely fantastic beard.
Okay.
Fantastic beard here. So, he is asking a very legit question, and guys with bigger beards will always kind of go through this.
Chat. They're like going crazy.
He said, I'm afraid to touch it. Yeah, and they are going crazy. I'm afraid to touch it here. So, the spot he's talking about, you guys, is this patch of hair right here. 100% this patch of hair where it flips out past the beard, right? If you put your hand over it and got rid of that, you could see. Rob, getting rid of that portion is not going to be your answer. You will have more problems with little spots sticking out if you trim that down. This, my friend, is just going to come down to practice and trying to dial in that styling with the blow dryer and with your comb. That's not a heated brush area. It's too low, it's too long, it's too thick. But using your blow dryer and really, dude, I really mean this. Try different angles. Blow it out to the side. Get it out to the side here. Comb in, comb out. There's nothing that we're really going to be able to tell you to help with that spot other than try something on a weekend when you're not going out. You're not worried about your beard. Try something a little bit different the next day. I absolutely promise you'll get that to fall in. And I think it's going to be easier than you expect. I know what it's like to kind of fall in that routine of doing the same things, maybe trying a little bit different. Dude, try absolutely different. Blow dry, I'll show you here. So this is the part that's getting you, right? This side over here. And my sides are a little wacky today too, but this part's getting you. So if this is out here, try getting your blow dryer out to the side, blow it all the way this way. Try blowing it all the way back. Essentially, you just need to get those beard hairs uniform with each other. So when you're doing this blow drying, you want to not alienate this part right here, but include these guys in on the party.
Yeah, just maybe they feel left out.
Yep, blow dry it this way, blow dry it that way, and especially get that blow dryer up underneath your beard like the advice I gave earlier, and really get that going out. So yeah, no touching it is needed right now, but it's gonna be heat and combing, and it just seems like you're leaving those out of some major part of that heat that you're using. Because I can tell by your hairs, you've already gotten these guys straight. You've already manipulated them with heat in a great way. We just need to get these guys. These hairs are no different than these ones.
He said he got asked today if it was real.
Yeah, I could see that.
Well, and I think it's the mustache. It's just like, it's all like...
That's a walrus.
Yeah,
yep.
like it just, the look, wow.
Incredible.
Yep.
Hey, if you guys like that beard and you have not yet, and you like this show, we haven't said in probably an hour, please consider hitting a thumbs up. There's probably about 20 of you right now that forgot. It doesn't matter when it comes in. If it comes in right now, that's amazing.
This is Tyler A. I was featured on March 9th show to see if it was time for a transparency trim. It was. And general mustache advice. I did my transparency trim a day or two after the show and definitely saw an improvement, but still felt that something was off. I sat on it for over a month and finally decided a shorter beard fits my face and style more than a long, bushy one.
So one for the mayor.
So I decided to take off a good bit of length from the bottom, as well as doing a light scuba style trim on the sides. Sorry, Dan. I am so happy with the results, especially on the side profile. I know it's not perfect, but it's definitely getting more comfortable with doing. I'm definitely getting more comfortable with doing trims now, and no, it'll only improve the more often I do them. Thank you. I just realized I didn't ask your question, and I can't get you guys to go that easily. How do you think you would fare in a post-apocalyptic world scenario?
Love it. All right, Tyler. So first thing I do want to clarify, I am not against scuba trims if you know that's the style you want and you want to maintain. I'm only against scuba trims, which if you guys don't know what a scuba trim is, that's taking the clippers and buzzers and going into the face of your beard. Actually taking that and getting stuff. I only trim from the bottom of my beard, but going into the sides and into the face of your beard, I'm only against that if you don't know what your goal is or if you don't know what your style is. Because if you're trying to grow your beard longer, that's greatly going to hinder your beard. It's going to set it back. Can't even measure it. However, we're going to check out Tyler's beard. If this is the style he likes, this is the style he wants to maintain, absolutely, that's an amazing method to keep what you have. All right, so let's check it out here. Awesome, and we do have a side view here as well. So he was like, man, it just felt a little bit burly, a little bit bushy. And he's like, I like this length. And so essentially right here, took it down, cleaned it up here, and then check out this side profile on this one. Tyler, looks great on you, man. Absolutely looks fantastic.
Your membership card is in the mail. No, like I think it does fit you. I think it fits your head shape. I think for you to say it makes you happy is bottom line. And I think, you've got the thickness. It looks great. Well done.
Absolutely. And Bill does bring up a good point. The scuba trim does require a lot of maintenance, and I do recommend going to a barber for that one. Even Scuba, on I think his most recent trim video, took out a chunk of his beard. So it's for my trim style, it's very hard to mess up a transparency trim. Very hard, right? I've never done that in 2 years. Doing this and maintaining that one is a much more difficult trim to do. So going to a barber is a really, really good thing. So yes. All right. Don't go in at all, so not Scuba. Yep, the going in is where it gets it and carves it out. But Tyler, this look fits you really well, man. Really, really well. I do think if you were to grow it out from this point, you could have a really big, really voluptuous beard. Now, if you didn't like that, I agree. If you had to have a shorter style, I like this one better than this. So I think you crushed it, man. Looks really nice. Really nice. Thanks for sending it.
This is Chad. I sent photos back in January. Figured I would send updated photos and ask for advice. Should I trim and wear? Is there thin hair visible on the right side of the face, or is that just me? And any suggestions other than get a haircut?
I think that was aimed at you, Mayor. All right. Should I trim and wear? And
I don't say that much. I mean, there was a time, I think the biggest thing I ever did was I was on a heated brush roll for a while.
Yeah, that was a good drinking game. Is the thin hair visible on the right side of my face, or is that just me? Okay, so let's check here. Should I trim and wear? Awesome, Chad. Thanks for sending in, man. Mayor, what do you think? First question, should he trim?
I wondered if I could ask him something. I would say, are you basing it on what you see in this picture or what you see day to day? Because it just, your shirt on the one side is blocking. You can't really see it. Slightly. I think if this is your length, you might want to even it out just a bit at the bottom. But that's your kind of decision as far as that goes. Okay. I don't know as far as you might clean up here, but it depends. Again, like exactly, it all hinges on your goal. Are you trying to keep your options open? Because that's absolutely what it is. If you commit to like my style of a beard, you limit some options down the road. Yeah. Right?
No, I agree. It just depends on what your goals are. If you're like, you know what, I like my beard like this, should I tidy it up? I agree with the mayor. Yeah, probably a little bit. And he asks where?
Options open.
Okay, options are open. Then no. Then leave it alone. Yeah, if you're just going through the journey and figuring it out,
there's nothing that jumps out.
Nothing that screams you need a trim right now. And then is the thin hair visible on the right side of the face, or is it just me? Not exactly sure what he's asking.
I thought he was talking about like the transparent, like here on his neck. I don't know, like our right or his right.
We don't see. There's nothing that stands out in any way, in any bad form. Yeah, so no, nothing there at all. And then any other general advice from the chat or for anybody? Yeah, one thing that could be powerful, and the mayor and I both have kind of gone through this journey, is that can help a beard is a mean smile. And I really mean that. The changes that a smile brings to a beard is powerful. And I know taking a picture for a show is weird and strange, so that's probably a big part of it. but smiling is awesome.
That's probably something that is normalized for us that is a struggle for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, it was a struggle for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but I don't have great teeth. And so for a long time, I would only smile with my mouth closed until it was actually a J. Cole song, Crooked Smile, that said, essentially, it's like, I'm rich. I got all this money. People ask me when I'm going to fix my smile. I tell them why. Like, this is part of me. It's my character. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. And so I started practicing in the mirror, smiling. And now you can't catch me smiling without my teeth.
Yeah.
So it's true. And it took me a long time to do that. And Sarah asked a great question. So would the heated brush work? Like, exactly, but it's much safer, lot less direct heat, but same exact principle, Sarah. Yep, exactly. And not as like flat as the flat iron brings the hairs, So, but similar concept, yes.
You shouldn't smell the hair like you would with a flat iron. So, you can tell.
No, Glenn, not bad teeth like that. Bad teeth as in, like, I didn't have braces as a kid. My teeth aren't yellow or brown or unhealthy. I have very strong, very healthy teeth. It's not anything to do with that.
I'm with you too. I did not have braces either.
Yeah.
We work in a school where 90%, 80% of the kids have them at some point.
Yep. No, it wasn't even a discussion in my family. It wasn't even a thought.
Just both of my brothers got it, and I still stand by that decision for them.
Yeah.
Based on what their teeth were at one point.
What's your favorite jerky from Beef Octane? Mine would be the Kickin' Chicken. I love that, or any of the bacon ones.
What's the honey pepper one? I can't remember.
Yeah, something honey pepper.
Yeah,
that was
that's an
fantastic.
excellent one.
I do not trim my mustache while smiling. I know George Bruno recommends that. That doesn't work for me, but I do know that it can be valuable for someone else. So yes, awesome. Okay, Dan C. Beard, most recent beard oil, the cash, and based off your reviews. Thanks. Hey, awesome, man. Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't have brown teeth or anything. It's just nature, just something I can't. And that's the biggest thing is I have no control over unless I go and get adult braces and stuff. But it doesn't bother me. I am a highly confident person, and I'll smile the heck out of my day. So it just all I was saying is it took me being comfortable.
Chad asked one real quick. He wants to know about should he trim the neckline. Nothing jumps out from like what we can see. You could.
Yeah, no. Like your neckline is actually, when we see this front picture, that's chest hair. If you see on the neckline here, it's separated from your chest hair. Your neckline is right here. No, absolutely do not touch your neckline. If you want to trim the chest hair, that's up to you. Yeah, that's up to you. But neckline, nope. You see that separation right there?
Yes, I do.
So yeah, I would not touch that neckline.
Because it's about options.
Yep, right. If you do, you're locked in at a shorter style.
This is Josh Al. I've been growing my beard since August when I got out of the service. I think I know the answer on the mustache and the unfortunate truth about the sides, but I'd like to hear it from the pros. So the mustache parts center and swoops to the left and the right like it should, as I'm training it to do. See the red lines, but there are a good number of stragglers that won't straighten with heat and follow the flow and won't comb down to join the beard. In my mind, I should cut the strays and separate the mustache from the beard, though I hate the idea. Also, with the side hairs, the hairs don't start getting much length until the jaw. Thus, they are harder to tame with a heated brush. While I know genetics limit my side growth, I was curious if there was anything else to try than a heated brush to get the short hairs down or even to grow. Suggestions, advice, digital high fives.
I love that. You guys got some good personality and on the write-ins today. And everybody, Sarah made it home from Walmart, which we all know that's not always a given. That is not the safest trip in the world. So Sarah, thank you for letting us know. What up, Nate? How you doing, man? All right, let's take a look at what Josh has going on. Josh, also, thank you for your service from the bottom of our hearts. All right, awesome, man. Great beard, great color. And all right, so he's got the red lines here. So essentially he's saying, I got some little strag. Okay. So he's saying these guys right here. So on the side, he feels like they're splaying out. They're not exactly agreeing with him. And he did say he uses a heated brush, right? I think that was in the write-up that he had there.
Okay.
And so number of stragglers, won't strain with the heat, follow the comb. Okay. So first question, Mayor, do you think he should get rid of this section and separate the mustache from the beard? Or do you have other advice?
Can I talk all the way about that section?
Hey, yeah.
So I have a theory. I did this when I was first starting using my heat and brush too. You mentioned that a bunch, and I thought it was my tool to try and control everything. And I ended up frying some hairs on the front of my beard, and they would do the same thing. They just didn't play ball. They just went the wrong direction. I don't ever want to recommend disconnecting the mustache
Me
from the beard.
either.
It's just that you're gonna be disappointed in the way it looks, I think. So if a hair is like fried out and it's just not playing ball, you might consider like just targeting and cutting halfway down so the hair can continue to grow out of the follicle and you can get a little bit more healthy and just kind of laying off the heat.
And that would be right here. Just go where it looks like it's
Like just
splaying
where
out.
it goes wacky.
Yep, just go in a nice little line and just give a little trim right there. I agree.
So a lot of times that's what it is. We just try. Why isn't the heat working? Why isn't he working? Well, we've overdone it. And especially in thin areas.
Yep, absolutely. And so then he said the hair's the one. Okay, got it. Well, I know genetics, my side growth. Anything else that can happen here? Hey, man.
Side looks great.
I don't see any issues with any side growth or anything like that. No weak spots. If you really wanted to give it a boost, you could try that accelerator from the video today. But your beard looks great. It looks purposeful. It looks stylish. I do think a little trim on those side little mustache hairs right there, but don't separate them. Because then you got to maintain it. You got to go in every day, every other day, and shave or buzz, whatever. It looks really good, man. Looks really, really good.
And it's only with time going to connect more and more.
Yep. And a couple people suggested maybe, like Joe Perry said, a little bit of wax. That could be a great option if it fits in your preference and wheelhouse. So yeah, maybe a little mustache wax to hold them down. They will hold it down. It just depends if you like that look and that feel. Hey, there we go, guys. Awesome, man. I love that. What beard oil is good? Yeah, so Heather, we mentioned earlier, gray beards, you want a healthy rotation. I do want to say that for everybody. It's good to have thin oils, medium oils. But if you're looking for a good, thicker oil, Artius Man, Fable, Whiskey and Hardtack, which is on the lighter end of thicker oils, but it's still medium thick. And then also the gray beard line from Copper Johns. And if any of that's too fast or you don't have the discount code, send me a message. I'd be happy to link you and send that advice to you over there. But man, what a diverse show, from some 18-year-old beards to some military veteran beards, short beards, long beards, mustache advice, sides, trim this, let it ride, updates. It's like we plan it, but it never has ever been planned. It's by the luck of the draw from you guys sending in.
I think it's bigger than that.
You think there's something coming?
It's intentional. Like that's the universe saying that you're doing the right thing.
It's wild. It's wild.
It fits.
I was listening to Pat McAfee today, actually, and he was like, you can believe whatever you want, gods, anything this. He said, I believe that the universe talks to me, and I always pick up that call. He said, I probably bet too much on myself and too much on my gut instincts, but it's worked to this point. He said, when I feel something's talking to me, I pick up the call. So I love that. Love that.
And whoever's calling you on that end expects you to work for it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean if you feel a direction, that's what I've learned.
Yeah.
And more recently in my life with this stuff,
Yep.
You still got to hustle. There's always got to, the ingredient has to be hustle, and it has to be like desire.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, spray bottle trick makes a big difference. I agree. It's a nice little touch that can make it easier, make it work for you more. So awesome. So special shout out to John for the root beer. Special shout out to Gary for the Mountain Dew. Both of those were hits and were very good, very enjoyable ones. I don't know if I'd run back for either of them as like a go-to, but situationally they both are really nice.
Yeah,
really nice.
Truly.
Yep. Awesome. Well, you guys, hey, like I said, if you guys did not get a chance to watch that accelerator video, I would be honored if you guys checked it out right now. It's probably my most proud video from delivery to research that I've ever done. And it's doing really well. So thank you to you guys that have watched, that have hit that thumbs up. And if you do try that product, make sure you update us. Mary, you got any more things to go over?
For my show on Sunday. Beyond Bearded this week is going to feature ball caps, flat brims, bent brims, dad hats. We're going to talk about the panel, all of it. We're going to go in. I've already learned a bunch as I've researched. And you guys, we like our hats. So here we go. 9 o'clock on Sunday, Beyond Bearded.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Did you get the Flamin' Hot? No, I don't want that one. No Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew here. I don't want that spice. I mentioned it earlier, but I don't like spiced drinks. So I'm up to trying things, but if I know that I'm not gonna like it, why waste it? You know, I don't want to go through those things. So awesome, guys. I appreciate everybody. And yes, you can use the Derma Roller with the new oil. Derma Roller first, oil second, and that could be something that you could have. All right. Okay. Appreciate you guys. If anybody needs anything, reach out anytime. Thank you for everything, guys. Stay bearded, stay positive, and we are out of here.